terms of his memories of Patrick, I just really want to emphasize what I really appreciate about him was his constant professionalism, his poise, and just his gentle nature. He was such a thoughtful man. He understood the stress principals were under because he'd been one. He knew where we were coming from, and he just had a really, I guess, just a gentle way of talking you off a ledge, because oftentimes when we were dealing with these issues, it was something pretty serious. You know, we had lost kids, something happened on a bus, parents were worried, and he was really great about just taking you through the steps you needed to go through, how to make things work, and just again helping you to understand systems occur and you have to understand why things happen. Just a really nice man.
Patrick Garcia was an exemplary educator, exemplary professional, and exemplary human being, father, co-worker, and mentor. And I hope in my work, I can do something that would make him proud and be exemplary of what he did. He is a trailblazer for all of us. And this facility is the least we could have done to honor his memory. Two great facilities that are essential and state-of-the-art for the life, health, and safety of the children of this area. And we are naming them in honor of two great individuals, one an educator and an administrator, and the other one an administrator and a finance person whose roles were not only instrumental in helping out and making sure the kids of this community get the best and set them up for life, but also were instrumental in these facilities being possible. A lot of you are families of Dr. Garcia and Ruben Hendrickson, and we just want to let you know that they will never be forgotten in terms of those of us who were mentored by them, worked with them, and also what they've done for the children and now adults of this community. We have a lot of people in our administration who are actually students of Dr. Garcia in this room.
On a personal note, I remember calling Dr. Garcia as a principal, stressed out about what I was supposed to do about buses when I was new. And he was very patient and always very, very kind. And so I want to thank the family for being here and giving us the opportunity to honor him today.
I had the pleasure of working with Dr. Garcia. Also, as a young principal, I was at McKinley Middle School, and we had a lot of buses, and it was extremely complex. These are the days, and we just figured out how to work a computer, so a lot of it had to be done by their intellect and their strength of will. And this will probably shock you, but when I was a young principal, I was a little twitchy. And I got very agitated about things, and I remember we had an issue with a bus, and Patrick was so kind and so gentle, and yet quite firm with me, that things were not going to change just because I thought they should. And it ended up being a really good partnership, and I really felt that with Patrick. It wasn't someone telling you this is how it has to be, this is what it must be. This was somebody who really wanted to work with you and help you to understand that sometimes systems work for a reason, and you have to know where you are in that system. And it served me well as I moved on in my career.
Hello, my name is Gabriela Duran-Blakey, and I'm the Chief of Operations for Albuquerque Public Schools. The life, health, and safety of students is paramount to the operation of Albuquerque Public Schools. Over 40,000 students are transported to and from school and for educational activities on 450 buses every day in the Albuquerque Public Schools School District. This makes APS the largest mass transit operator in the state of New Mexico. The safe operation and upkeep of student transit equipment, as well as the training and housing of student transit personnel, makes it necessary to construct and maintain adequate transportation facilities.
The Dr. J. Patrick Garcia Transportation Education Complex is located at 4000 Osuna Road Northeast in Albuquerque. The facility is a 33,423 square foot remodel of a 2-story office building and bus maintenance garage and warehouse, originally owned by the Caterpillar Corporation and purchased by APS in 2015 for $11.7 million. The facility is the main student transportation hub for the APS district. The remodel project included the following: open and private offices and ancillary training spaces for transportation personnel, ADA restrooms and elevator upgrades, exterior ramps, ADA compliant handrails, repair and maintenance shops for the district school bus fleet, equipment upgrades of a bus maintenance garage, parking facilities for 350 buses and 400 APS vehicles, and a fueling facility. Total renovation budget was $11,026,179. The Reuben Henderson Transportation Center is located at 7301 Los Bacanes Road, Northwest in Albuquerque. The center is a satellite location primarily servicing the west side of the APS school district. The 31,872 square foot ground-up project includes a newly constructed pre-engineered metal school bus services facility, servicing 200 APS school buses with staff offices, training ancillary facilities for APS transportation staff and drivers, bus maintenance facilities, fueling stations, bus washing facilities, and parking for 200 buses and 300 district vehicles. The construction budget for this facility was $19,398,104. These 2 transportation facilities are named after 2 exemplary individuals who service as APS employees to the community, especially to the children in the schools of our district, will be realized for decades to come. Dr. J. Patrick Garcia joined Albuquerque Public Schools in 1971, where he taught mathematics at Taylor and McKinley Middle School, and eventually became the principal for Harrison Middle School. From 1992 to 2009, he was a pioneer APS Director of Transportation, followed by APS Executive Director of Operations from 2009, until he went on medical leave in January of 2010. Dr. Garcia's immense contributions to the education of thousands of students, as well as his leadership in the operational viability of APS, would continue to be felt for decades to come. In 2009, Reuben Henderson joined Albuquerque Public Schools from Intel Corporation, bringing with him invaluable financial experience and knowledge. Ruben started as Executive Director of Budgeting and Strategic Planning, then Deputy Chief Finance Officer, Chief Financial Officer, and finally Chief of Operations for Albuquerque Public Schools. Ruben was instrumental in the proposal, development, and implementation of a strategic financial sustainability plan that included the transition of the APS student transportation system from contractor operated to district managed, owned, and operated.
Hello, my name is Royce Benz and I'm the Executive Director of Transportation Services. I want to thank you for taking time to view this video. I'd also like to thank the taxpayers for supporting the APS bonds and mill levies that have made these facilities possible. We take our obligation to preserve life, health, and safety of every student very seriously. Thank you again.
Ms. Jacqueline Garcia, Dr. Patrick's daughter, say a few words.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. On a personal note, I just wanted to say that January 10th was my father's birthday. He would have been 74 years old. So this is a really special day and occasion for all of us. I just have a few words prepared for us today. So again, my name is Jacqueline Garcia. I am Patrick's daughter and will be representing his family and loved ones today. On behalf of the Garcia family, my brother Jason and I are honored to thank the Albuquerque Public Schools for this recognition of our father in commemoration of the years he dedicated to the district in both leadership and service. My father spent most of his career in APS working as Director of Transportation and dedicated the best years of his work life in this area. He had a brilliant mind for mathematics and finance, analyzing data and developing systems with a particular interest in promoting and ensuring equity and fairness. Within APS, he also worked as a math teacher and assistant principal at McKinley Middle School, a principal at Harrison Middle School, and finally as executive director of operations for the district. I know from personal experience that life as an educator is often grueling and thankless work. And perhaps for those who work behind the scenes in areas like transportation and operations, it is even more so. But for a person like my dad, it seemed to be perfect. He was a man who took great pride in his profession but was never boastful. He valued steadfastness, and day by day, year after year, he offered his best work wherever he was asked to be of service. He often came home from work exhausted, but never beat, and he was just as eager to rise early and get to work the next day. For my father, work was not just a stepping stone for personal advancement. He absolutely loved his work, and he loved education. He loved the energy of being around young people. He was a strong leader and mentor, and he successfully prepared his employees for their own opportunities and advancements. His work ethic was honestly unparalleled. He held himself to the highest standard, and he demanded the same level of excellence and near perfection from his employees as well. As all humans are, my father was multidimensional and complex, and while I am sure at times he may have seemed to be difficult or demanding, he was always fair and judicious. Beyond dedication, he truly enjoyed his staff and employees, the school bus drivers, and the sweet cafeteria ladies who always made a special plate for my dad. With this being said, no one person's career or achievements are accomplished alone. I recognize that my father's greatness was shouldered and supported by family, spouses, children, friends, and the loyal employees who also dedicated their lives to the same goals and overarching mission. As his daughter, I would like to further dedicate and share this honor with the members of the Garcia family, who also chose a life of service and education. In particular, I wish to acknowledge my grandfather, J. Placido Garcia, who served as superintendent of schools for both Rio Arriba County and Socorro Consolidated Schools. My aunts and uncles, his brothers, sister, and sisters-in-law are also to be commended and recognized here today in sharing this recognition. It brings me great joy and pride that my father's name will stand on this building in commemoration of his contributions, dedication, and service. For those of you who knew him and worked with him, I hope you will remember him with his suit and colorful ties, his incredible smile and the twinkle in his eye, his wit, his laughter, and his brilliant mind. And for future generations who will never know the man, I hope that energy and spirit with which he worked will inspire others to bring the same loyalty, dedication, steadfastness, and pursuit of excellence to the work they do each and every day and to the advancement of the field of education. Thank you.
Got to feel in heaven when my lover's near. Lord, let this moment last for another year. Though today has ended, the night's still young, I'd say. Lover, don't go away. Let it be the thing that I am longing for. Let's fly out from Manhattan to the California shore, just to watch the ships at night on the San Francisco Bay. Oh, lover, please, please stay. Don't say you have to go. Don't say you need to run. I'll stop the clock on Central Station and we can have a drink downtown. Let it be the night